welcome to Chuck's Guitar Geekery. Today I'm taking a quick look at a new product I just discovered thanks to the algorithms of YouTube, and that is the Combo Amp Extender. It's in the back of my Boss Katana here, by a dude named Eric Mero. And I'll have the link to all of his information below. He has his own YouTube channel, go check him out. But what is it exactly? So a combo amp like the Boss Katana 50 here does not have the option to plug it into a bigger speaker cabinet. Why would you want to plug an amp like this into a bigger speaker cabinet? Sounds better. I mean, if you've watched any previous videos of mine on this Katana, I've actually already upgraded the speaker in here to a Eminence Tonker light, so this isn't a stock speaker in here, but I don't know. I also run my channel silent through impulse responses, and I've always wanted to use a Katana through that, but the headphone out just wasn't quite there, so I'm going to use this to go into my load box and into impulse responses, kind of like a, I don't know, it's kind of like a Captor X, you know, 2 notes product, but I have my own setup for it. But you could also use it, I'm thinking about getting one. I have this, the Marshall Valve State 20 up here, which is a little 1x10 combo that I think would sound great through a bigger speaker cabinet, which I have a 412 cab down here. It's a little tiny box here. It goes in real easy. Okay, so here I am doing the close-ups of it the day after I filmed the rest of it, because that's just how my timeline worked. But I'm just on my iPhone here. It's the easiest way to do this. So I will say, before you install it, definitely have the amp off. I unplug it too, just to be double sure, especially if you're working with a tube amp. You never accidentally want to have your tube amp not plugged into a speaker. So definitely make sure it's off. And then there's the box itself. You know, there's my fat hand next to it. For scale, it's pretty small. So I already have Velcro to the side. You just take the wires coming out of the amp to the wires that say from amp. Red to red, black to black. They go together super easy. These Katana amps, the ground one, the black one, is smaller, but it still fit on here real easy. And then 2 combo speaker. You just take it, and this is an upgraded speaker already. So it's got because a Katana, you see how small that is compared to that one. The lugs on the speaker match that, so this could be loose. All right. That one could be loose when you put it on the Katana amp, but most speakers have it the same size. If you're putting this on a Katana, all you have to do is just take a pair of pliers once you put it on there if it feels loose and kind of crimp it down, and it'll stay. So that's as easy as it gets. And then how it works, when your speaker cable, make sure it's a speaker cable, is unplugged, it goes to the speaker in the amp. You plug it in, which before hooking and unhooking this, I just err on the side of caution and make sure the amp is off before ever plugging in or unplugging any speakers to an amp. Because I have blown up amps by accident by not doing that. So once that's plugged in, then it'll go to whatever speaker cab you have it hooked into, or the load box, like I have it here. And that's as easy as it is. And oh, by the way, when you're hooking up to the external cab, make sure the impedance matches. So I believe it's 8 ohms on the Katana. You want to make sure you're plugging into an 8 ohm extension speaker. So on the intro there, you actually heard it going through my load box and impulse responses. So the first reason I would do this is to go silent like I do. So let me compare it to the headphone out on the Katana. So here is the setup like I had it in the beginning there. So now I have the exact same tone and preset going through the headphone out on the Katana. So hopefully you can see why I would prefer to go through the impulse responses than from the headphone out. But yeah, I'm a pretty unique situation. So if you want to plug an amp like this into a 4x12, I'm going to switch to a room mic now, because I don't know, close miking, I don't think it'll really capture it. In a room mic, it's not going to sound the same as close mic, but I'm going to do a room mic comparison between just going through this little box and then going through the 4x12 down here. So let's go to that now. So like I said, this is one of those things that's kind of hard to convey through a video, but the 4x12 sounds way louder in the room. It sounds full. It actually sounds like a big amp, how you want it to sound. And the little combo amp extender, it only costs like 30 bucks. I don't know if he's going to raise the price. I don't know if there's a demand for it now, because I think a Does It Doom channel kind of posted something, and that's what brought me to it. So I don't know, grab one while you can. I might grab another one just to keep in this Marshall here. So anyways, I'll have some close-ups of the install. It was easy to do. I highly recommend this one. I have links to his website below, and yeah, that's it. Subscribe, please. See you later.